Hey bitches, come get lunch with me, and we're also gonna be doing a story time on the biggest ick I got from the guy with the biggest schlong. So bitch, get your popcorn, get your hot Cheetos, get your little snacks, and get ready. But first I gotta get lunch. I ended up getting Taco Bell for lunch, and then I got a Pepsi on the side. So bitch, let's get right into it. But before anything, let me take a fucking bite of my taco. Okay, so picture this. I just had got out of a serious 8-year relationship, and I had got cheated on, so my heart was broken, but I also knew I had to move on. So I was like, you know what? I should download. So I was like, I should download Tinder, because why the fuck? Nah, I want something to... So I download Tinder, and I'm swiping, and then I see a familiar face, and I'm like, why he kind of fine, though? And I recognize that it's somebody I went to school with, but I was like, I'm interested, but I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little silly, a little goofy. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe on him because let's see, you know? I just wanted to see if I was still that bitch. Next thing you know, like an hour later, me and him matched on there. And I'm like, whoa. And he messaged me on there. He's like, hey, like, how are you? Hella casual, you know? But anyways, we end up like talking on the app for a couple days. And then that weekend, I'm like, I have nothing to do. And I was kid free and I was trying to do something. So he hit me up and he's like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, you should pull up. So bitch, as I do, I pull the fuck up. So I pull up on him, he comes outside, and honestly I wasn't comfortable in going inside because I like knew this guy, but I haven't seen him in like 5 years, so I didn't know him, right? So he ends up coming in my car. He has a little bleezy, we have a little sesh, we're talking. It's a vibe. Like, I'm fucking with him. I'm like, damn, like, I really like him. He seems like a nice guy. He's sweet. Like, and he's just telling me how pretty I am, that I look so different, that he really fucks with my vibe. Like, it's a vibe. While we're in the middle of, like, our conversation, he's like, hey, I really need to use the restroom, and since you're not comfortable coming in, is it cool if I go in and I'll be back? And I'm like, yeah, right? Mind you, we just had smoke, so I was, you know, yeah. And he went inside, and for some reason, bitch, I was having a panic attack in my head thinking that he took like way too long. So I was like, damn, did he just leave me out here? Like, did he really just use like that slight comment of having to go piss to like dip out on me, or what? So since I started overthinking, bitch, I dipped because I thought he had left me there. And it turns out, in fact, I overthink, bitch. He did not mean to leave me there. He literally was in the restroom, and I was just overthinking. So he had texted me the next day. He was like, hey, I don't know if you meant to leave me, but, like, I went out there and you weren't there. Like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, like, I thought you were in the restroom and you weren't going to come back. He was like, I thought you dipped out on me. Like, and I was like, I thought you dipped out on me. Like, what? So anyways, I continue to see this guy, and then one day I finally like hang out with him, and I go in his house, and we like, you know, smoked a little bit, we were chilling, and then he's like, hey, do you want to go to my room and watch some movies or whatever? And I was like, I'm down. So we go and we're chilling, and of course, you know, a guy does what a guy does. And bitch, when I saw that thing, I was baffled. But I said, fuck it. Let me climb that fucking mountain. I always wanted to climb Mount Everest. So anyways, we have our little Pound Town sesh, and bitch, I feel like I got hit by a fucking 18-wheeler. Like, my whole fucking body hurts. But then I was like, damn, I kind of like him. But not like him like I want to be with him. Like, digmatized liked him, if that makes sense. Also, I forgot a little detail because it ties everything together. I had told my best friend about him, and she was like, oh, I actually used to kind of hang out around him because my best friend in high school used to have a huge crush on him. And she was like, he seemed really nice, and my bestie also said that he had a schlong. In that time, whenever we had our little Pound Town sesh, I had told them about my best friend, and I was like, oh yeah, my best friend said that her best friend and you had like a little thing in high school, blah 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 blah. He was like, yeah, I remember your best friend. Also, just to give you some context in the story, my best friend had just got proposed to, and he had liked the post, the guy that I had liked the post. And tell me why the next day after and I told him, hey, my best friend used to know you, this is my best friend, he messaged my best friend on some, what's up, little mama? Like, you didn't just murder my